Something that I've been told, and I'm going to investigate this is on my goal list for 2017, is that the big box stores, such as Walmart, Costco, as an example, are opening up and being receptive to independently published books, that in the past they weren't. They only wanted the books that were run through Barnes & Noble. They wanted to be the big box Barnes & Noble. And when you walk into Costco, you know, the big table was always a traditionally published book for 30% off or whatever their offer was. And now they're being much more receptive. So I think that's a trend that we're going to see. We're going to see it in the book displays at the airport, which I think is a great idea. And that's something I'm going to pursue in 2017. And I think it's something that everyone that's independently published should investigate. Now, that doesn't mean all of our books are going to be taken, and my book has a unique audience. A lot of books have a unique audience. We need to know our audience and our niche and our target and all of that. And that's a whole other topic we could talk about for a long time. But the big box stores is a great opportunity because we all know people are there. We all know that's where a lot of shopping takes place. And I think that that's definitely a trend. Another trend that we've seen, it's almost not even a trend, it's just sort of like that, to me, it's just more and more and more, is the digital influence on books. I don't think people physically holding a book and reading a book will ever go away, not in my lifetime. And I expect to be around for another 20 years. I think it will still be available because I think there are people, a lot of people, that love to physically hold a book. And we see that when we do festivals, when we do events, that will happen. But I think just the impact of the digital world on books is just only going to increase and just be more incredible than it has been. And what independent people in the book world need to do is just stay on top of that. If you can't stay on top of it, find somebody to help you. It's the same with social media, with any of it. And I usually recommend to the women in my group, and we've had speakers come in and talk about it, is if you can't do it, hire your grandchildren, hire somebody from the university. Even when I taught marketing at the university, I would tell my friends, you know, a lot of my students need to do internships, paid or unpaid. You know, there are people out there that will help you. So the digital impact is tremendous. And the other thing, for the third thing, and I thought about this a little bit earlier today, is the hybrid publishing and the partnership. That was never really talked about much, and I heard about it last year at a conference. And I think we're really going to see that more and more, where you partner and you share expenses, you share the publishing costs, you share the promotion. The thing you need to be careful with on that is, and it's the same with my business, I'm a sole proprietor. And I had an accountant tell me a long time ago, be careful when you have a partner, because it's like a marriage, you really have to get along. And so it's the same thing with the hybrid partnership in publishing. You really have to be sure that's the person that you want to partner with on your book. So, but I think that that's a trend that was sort of a third option that kept being pushed aside in the publishing business that's going to really come into its own in the next year.